War Eagle, War Rapport family, we are back with another edition of Facts or Not, the rapid fire questions right here for y'all. We are going to get straight into this, fellas. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, first question of the day is facts or nah. In 2022, Auburn will have at least one player taken in the first round of the draft. What are we thinking?
I'm going to go facts here, and the guy who I have my eyes set on is Roger McCreary at cornerback. He's had a good year or a good career at Auburn so far, a good year last year. He's going to be one of Auburn's top returning guys in the secondary, and I expect him to take the next step forward this upcoming season and actually play himself into a first round pick this upcoming draft in 2022. I'm going facts.
I'm saying facts as well. And again, it is Roger McCreary. He is the one that people already have their eye on. We heard a little chatter about it during the A-Day game. As piss poor as that coverage was from that crew, they already identified Roger McCreary as a guy to watch for our upcoming season. Listen, the last staff did a great job of recruiting and developing in the secondary specifically, as well as the defense. All he has to do is show up to that potential that everybody has already expecting from him, and he'll be a first-round draft pick.
I'm going facts on this one as well, but my guy is actually Zacoby McClain. I think there is always room for a lights-out tackler, which he certainly was. Only 4 missed tackles and 70-something attempts last year. I expect him to be at the top or near the top in total tackles in the SEC in 2021. I'm going with Zacoby. Facts.
Listen, I'm going to go for the clean sweep here and say facts. I'm going to throw 3 names out at you. 2 of the ones have already been mentioned in McCreary and McClain, but also the transfer player in Drashawn Miller, I think actually will have an opportunity if he's going to get the snaps to be in the first round as well. He was lights out at West Virginia. I don't see any reason why he can't transfer and do the same thing here at Auburn. So we have opportunities for 3 different players to go in the first round. I'll take those odds. I'll say facts.
Okay, fellas, facts or no? Tank Bigsby will lead the SEC in rushing touchdowns next season.
I'm going to say facts. And it's mostly because we lost a lot of good running backs from the league. A couple guys are on the move, but I don't think we have anything to worry about at Bama, mostly because not that they aren't stacked at running back, because they always are, but they still are going to be throwing the ball all over the yard. Touchdowns won't come on the ground like that. At Florida, they've got a great offense, but they don't have the offensive line or the running back. Georgia's always stacked at talent, but this year they've got somebody they like at quarterback, so we could see them throw it around a little bit more. I think we've got to run the ball to be successful, so Tank is going to get those carries. So facts, Tank's going to have the most TDs.
I'm going to actually go nah on this one. I think that Tank will probably be in the top 3 in rushing touchdowns. I just think that he's going to be splitting a lot of carries this season. I expect that will probably mean that he's not going to get as many rushing touchdowns as he'll need to lead the league. Not saying he's not going to be a prolific runner and have a ton of yards. I just don't know that he's going to see the end zone more than any other rusher in the league. So for right now, I'm going to say nah.
I'm going nah here as well. And listen, hopefully, and I'm hoping that Sean Shivers does compliment Tank in terms of the production that they're going to get on the ground. Sean Shivers has already shown us he's bulked up this year. He is not afraid of contact, and I can see him being used in short yardage situations, goal line situations. If he becomes that complimentary back that we hope he can be, then that takes a lot of load and pressure off Tank to be that productive, even though I foresee him having a great year this upcoming season. I hope that's not true, that Tank has to score all the touchdowns or lead the league in touchdowns. I'm hoping that it's a 1-2 punch, a running back by committee. So I'm going to go nah here.
I'm actually going to go facts on this one. I think with all the running back talent that has departed the league and with a new offensive system, Tank has a real opportunity to be the marquee back in the SEC this coming season. So with better play calling in the red zone, I think Tank has a real opportunity here to snag some TDs that he would not have had the opportunity to snag last year. So I'm going facts on this one. Tank leads the SEC in rushing touchdowns in 2021.
All right, guys, facts or not, Auburn has at least 3 more players to enter the transfer portal this offseason?
I think I'm going to go nah on this one. I think that there will be at least 2 players. I don't know that we get to that third player. If you had asked me this before the Jaron Handy transfer that we would have 3, then I would have probably gone yeah. But I think I'm going to go nah here just because I don't know. I can't think of the names right now, not because I'm super confident that we're going to keep a bunch of people, but because there aren't names popping in my head, I'm going to go with nah right now.
I'm going to say facts. I think the writing's kind of on the wall for the guys who missed the A-Day game and it wasn't due to injury. We already know that Handy was one of them. Now he's transferring out. Hardy, we don't know exactly what was going on with him. And we know Moultrie was kind of a fish out of water on the defense since he got here. I don't know if a new staff fixes that, and whether it's the remaining 2 guys from not playing in A-Day or Shea Garnett, who I still think is the odd man out of the quarterback rotation. I don't think we keep all 3 of those players through the fall, so I'm going to say facts. We lose at least 3.
I'm going to go nah on this one. I think by this point, players know where they stand with this new coach. So anybody who was going to enter the portal has probably entered already. It's a tough after spring and things start to flesh themselves out. Coach sits down with each player and says, hey, man, here's where you're at. Here's what you need to do to see the field. So we're going to entering the summer. I expect the guys to settle in, get locked in for the fall, and really just lock in on being the best player they can be at Auburn University. So I'm going to go nah on this one.
I'm going to round it out by saying nah on here. Now, I think this is a new coaching staff, and I think even though guys are starting to find out where they fit as it pertains to the roster, there's still a lot of opportunity for these guys to prove themselves to the coaching staff that they can actually be a part of the 2 deep and contribute this upcoming season. I think what we've seen with guys like Jaron Handy, it was disciplinary issues, which is why he ended up leaving the program. I do think that there will be some guys enter the portal. I'm keeping an eye on the quarterback room with some guys there. But overall, when the dust settles and the fall camp starts, I don't think we will have at least 3 guys enter the transfer portal. I'm going nah.
All right, facts or nah? At least 2 of our 2021 draft picks and signees will make it past their initial rookie contract.
I'm going facts here. I like the opportunities that Anthony Schwartz has to actually grow into a receiver at Cleveland. And I like the situation that Jamien Sherwood is in at the Jets. Him moving to linebacker position, then having a lot of depth there, a defensive-minded coach there who can help groom him into being a productive linebacker at the next level. We already know Jamien Sherwood is not afraid of physicality or hitting people at all. So I'm going to go facts on this. Those are my 2 guys, maybe more, but those are my 2 guys. So I'm saying facts.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go facts on this one. I think at least 2 of them are going to make it past the rookie contract. It is not as common as one might think that a player makes it past their rookie contract, especially when they are drafted in later rounds. So it's by no means going to be a shoe-in for any of these guys. Even with Anthony Schwartz going in the 3rd round, it's not guaranteed that that's going to happen. But I do think at least 2 of those 6 players that got an opportunity in 2021 to make it to an NFL roster right now will make it past a rookie contract. I'm going to go facts.
Yeah, I'm going to go facts on this one. I just think that barring injury, Anthony Schwartz is going to be on somebody's roster in 4 years, as will Jamien Sherwood. I think they're locks to play in the league for at least, 2 to 3 contracts, honestly. KJ Britt, again, he's got the talent. He gets in the system. I think that he'll play beyond his rookie contract. And then, you've got Seth Williams there, who, if he gets in the right system, he has a chance to be something at the next level too. So I think that it is a lock that these guys play beyond their rookie contract. Facts.
I'm going to say facts, but I'm going to throw a caveat in there that it's really close. The guy I think who actually has the most potential to be on an NFL roster past 4 years is Sherwood, because they need him, because the Jets need defensive talent and linebackers. Schwartz, you guys forget, he could be in the Olympics in 4 to 5 years. Maybe that derails his football career. He might have taken too many hits and wants to preserve his ability to be a track and field athlete, But the other guys are hit or miss based on their measurables or where they got drafted. I think it's a toss-up for both Britt and Seth Williams, but I'm still going to say facts because I'm hoping we get to see Schwartz perform to his level of potential way past that first contract.
All right, you know what time it is. It is time for our fan question of the week. This week's fan question submitted to us on Twitter. Listen, you guys need to submit those on Twitter. Ain't underscored that enough. But anyway, fan question of the week submitted to us on Twitter comes from TigerFan_Pro2A, and he tweets, facts or no, Auburn will have at least one first or second team all SEC defensive lineman in 2021. What are we thinking, fellas?
I'm actually going facts here. I like Truesdale. This is a guy with a lot of experience. And granted, the defensive line is the unit that has the most question marks coming back this upcoming season, but they do return a guy with a lot of experience in Truesdale. I expect him to be a leader up front, take his game to the next level, and I expect for him to at least land on the second team all defensive lineman this year. I'm going facts.
I'm actually going to go facts on this one too. Derek Mason's defense is going to provide a lot of opportunities for guys to play to their potential, and especially on D-line. I expect Auburn to lead the league in sacks in 2021. You can't do that unless your D linemen are making first and second team all SEC, baby. So I'm going facts on this one.
I say facts. And even though I'm kind of with Mike that we may be leading the league, or at least close to the top of leading the league in sacks, I think we do it by committee. And I think it's either going to be Leota, the Northwestern transfer, or Wooden coming off the line on the other side. I think both of those guys have proven that they can rush the quarterback. Wooden was our brightest spot last year on the D-line, and I expect one of them to sneak on that second team. Back.
It's a tough one for me, but I am going to say nah. I'm not sure up front defensively right now I see any standout players that are going to be there. I do think that we're going to be ferocious off the edge, but the question is whether or not those guys get counted as edge rushers as defensive linemen. I don't really know. But still, if we're talking about our interior defensive line, I don't know that any of those guys right now have shown me anything that are first and second team in a league that's full of really great defensive linemen that we can say that definitively right now. So for right now, I'm going to go nah. All right, that is it for another great edition of Facts or Nah. We appreciate everybody that's been rocking with us, but we want to know your opinion right down there in the comments. Let us know what you feel about all of these questions that we got out here. Outside of that, we need you to do your part. Continue to submit those questions on Twitter. We've been getting some great fan questions from you all, but you can do that by tweeting at us at the War Rapport with the hashtag Facts or Nah, and your question may be right here on the next edition of Facts or Nah. You know what to do outside of that. You need to be following us on all social media. We are at The War Rapport on Instagram and Twitter. We are TW Rapport on TikTok. That's it. We are out of here. We're signing off. But until the next time, and as always, War Eagle.